Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, it's your not so usual face you see for NXT reviews, but I'm here filling in the spot for Reese. Let's just dive straight in. We have a lot to talk about, especially with what happened on the main event. So we open the show with the Dusty Rhodes Classic tournaments carrying on. We have Whoop That Trick of Trick Mello Gang happening. So Trick Mello versus Idris Enough and Malik Blade. Sorry if I mispronounced some of the names here. I'm still getting used to them. This was a great match. I feel like Trick and Carmelo Hayes didn't really miss a beat. Their chemistry in the ring, as well as their friendship, really showed. Trick is definitely ready for those big main event scenes. He saved Malik Blade from a very bad landing from a dive to the outside because he adjusted himself to catch him. And I will say both Idris and Malik did show some very cool spots with their high-flying moves, but Trick and Mello, of course, got the win, which made total sense, especially with Trick getting it with the flash knee. I feel that may have upset Carmelo a little bit, not getting the nothing but net as the finisher for the match, but either way, they won. I thought it was cool. The 20 Women Battle Royale is announced to be a #1 contenders match for the night. Whoever wins this gets the chance to go against Lyra Valkyrie at Vengeance Day. We get Obafemi walking out to the crowd, very much chanting him, and he just talks about how he was always destined for this, how it was spoken very early on. He was always tested as a young Nigerian prince, that he was a juggernaut that was bound to be bathed in gold. We get Dragon Lee come back out, speak about how the NXT North American belt is about opportunity and he can't be mad about the opportunity Obafemi took, but said he hopes that Obafemi keeps up the tradition of doing an open challenge and them two should fight tonight. Which Obafemi basically went, nah, open challenges are now closed. I'll decide who I want to fight. Maybe I'll consider your rematch. But then walks out of the ring. So we'll see where that goes. But I thought it was cool. And yeah, I think Obafemi is a very interesting character dynamic that has been really pushed forward very quickly. So I'm glad it's kind of working in their favour. We get some backstage tension with Dijak and Eddie Thorpe, and Eddie Thorpe's new trainee in Trey Bearhill. They have the same traditions and both the same background, so that's how they kind of became the friendship of Trey Bearhill and Eddie Thorpe, and I thought it was pretty cool. We get I think it's Tatum. I want to say it's Tatum Paxley. Yeah, was tagging with Lyra, and Lyra Valkyrie spoke earlier on social media before the show saying some of her equipment was missing, some of her gear. And we know where that went. Tatum was very much looking exactly like Lyra Valkyrie and still obsessing. And she was in a tag match against Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez. They were talking about how they were going to basically win this tag match and then also get the opportunity in the Battle Royal. So that way they have got all the numbers to go against Lyra Valkyrie. Didn't work that way out, and it was a very weird finish. I will say Lopez did a really cool variation of her own kind of Hurt Lock style move, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, the finish was very interesting because there was a very strong super kick, kind of side kick to the face that was coming to Lyra, and Tatum took the hit. As Tatum took the hit, she got knocked out and fell on top of a Lola Vice that was already on the ground prior to get a 1-2-3 count because Lopez wasn't the legal person in the ring. So yeah, very hilarious fashion of winning that match, and I thought it was pretty cool. We then get Ridge Holland versus Joe Kofi. I was very happy with this. This gave me reminiscent of NXT UK style wrestling matches that they used to show quite often. I like that Ridge has gone back to NXT to basically state I'm sharpening my tools. I want to make my own story on my own path to show I'm not this person who constantly causes injury. I need to prove my worth. And he did. I think he did this in this match. He does get a very good win against Joe Kofi. I feel like Booker T's comment of being like, "Oh, someone needs to check on Joe Kofi" straight after the match felt a bit. I know it was probably to try and help build the character, but I felt it was a bit unjust and not really necessary, unless they are really trying to push the agenda that Ridge just genuinely hits hard and hurts everyone in the ring now. We'll see where it goes. Gallus jump him after though, because Wolfgang did try and interfere in the match and got punched in the face. Gallus constantly keep jumping Ridge and checking if someone's going to come out to help or any of security come out, and no one really does. So you get Joe Kofi hitting a discus lariat because the rest of the Gallus boys lift Ridge up. We get Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin have a weird commentary moments backstage, like back and forth with this interview, and state they are going to call themselves the Wolf Dogs, which very got scrapped by Baron Corbin. I found it funny though. And then we go to Chase U vs LWO for the Dusty Road Classic. LWO won in their very quick luchador style wrestling match. And it makes sense because of the Chase U storyline, where Chase U seems like it's falling apart at the seams again. And a lot of decisions aren't going by Mr. Chase properly, and things are just falling flat for them. So it made sense. And then we get the Riz always handles the biz. We've got the new female member of the family. And they were talking about how she has like a strong left hand, how to knock people out, that these people had it coming for them. And it was just fun to see, and it's cool to see there's extra family members and they're taking consideration to add a female member into the family and make it more like a faction instead of just a tag team now. We get Joe Gacy on commentary for the Dijak match versus Bear Hill from the tension they had earlier in the show. The match wasn't anything to scream home about. Dijak very much won in very good Dijak fashion. The one thing I will note is Joe Gacy headbutting Dijak to nearly get Bear Hill a 3 count, and Joe Gacy and Dijak fighting after the match happened. And Lexus King also came out to jump Bear Hill because there was some tension there of Bear Hill getting involved with Eddie Thorpe and Lexus King. So we then get what I thought was a very much big like passing of the torch kind of praise. Was JBL talked to Josh Briggs and basically said he picked him to show WWE, show NXT who he really is and how he can find himself, because he sees how great he is. And I thought that was awesome. We then get the 20 Women's Battle Royal that will turn into a Fatal 4-Way. We do see that Cora Jade has been confirmed to be out for a year. We wish her all the best and a speedy recovery. It is an utter shame that this has happened, because she only just recently came back at NXT Deadline, and I hope there are big plans for her when she does eventually return and she is fully healed. We go into this elimination like Royal Rumble. We get the first elimination being Gigi Dollins taking out a few members. The match quickly unfolds to several people flying out, all different ends. We see very much reminiscent of a Naomi style, like getting back into the ring of they landed on the commentary table, had to walk around and land it. And then we get to the Fatal 4. And this is where I kind of lost my interest and where my enjoyment was this. You had 3 people there that could have had great new opportunities, yet you still kind of land and give Roxanne the win. I wasn't very happy with that, but I understand why. She never really lost the NXT Women's Belt. She had to relinquish it due to an injury. So they're now playing into Lyra Valkyrie being this underdog against Roxanne, and Roxanne trying to get the redemption arc. So all in all, very fun NXT. Very quick, rapid fire, very much like how this review has been, because for me, NXT is all about these very quick, fun moments. We did get a lot of comedy in this one and a lot of fun segments, like the interview with Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, I thought was hilarious. Von Wagner and Noah Dar start talking about the Heritage Cup, and Von Wagner was talking maybe he could do the match, but was not doing math correctly about it. The Riz always handles Biz segment, I also found hilarious. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things, and to finish off of my final notes, I'm very much excited now for Vengeance Day, not only because we now have Ilya Dragunov confirmed to fight Trick Williams, and if Trick and Carmella Hayes get to the finals, that means Trick is in 2 matches on Vengeance Day. It also has now been confirmed to have Bring Me the Horizon's Dark Side as its theme song. I personally love Bring Me the Horizon. I recently saw them in Manchester, so my 2 favourite things of being metal bands and wrestling being back together is just perfect. Let me know what you guys thought. Tell me your favourite match. Tell me your favourite segment. And are you on the Trick Mello gang, or have you got a different team in mind to win the Dusty Classic? I will see you all on the next review. Peace.